Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Right to the air is Mahomes.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
This now a 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Brings up second.
This defense for the Chiefs, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Bombers.
Throwing Nix.
Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And getting this just shy in midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
To throw, here's Nix.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
To throw is Nix. That's taken in by Franklin.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to the air with Nix.
For Kidder here, it's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Sets him up nicely, 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well, I think the entire playbook is open for them right now. Do you want to run it? Do you want to continue to throw it? Spin the dial. Make your choice. But right now,
a great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Chad Ryland now to add the PAT.
And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Chiefs 0.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
When you look at this Bronco defense,
This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
And that is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Early on on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now it's Nix.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Now the first carry here for the running back.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Pacheco gets it again on second down.
He is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Mahomes going to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Nix.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
That one a first down pickup of 8. The Broncos at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
first down. They'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Now a first carry here for the running back. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Nix to the air. That is caught. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. This drive has been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not only was that a nice run, it's got to be a little bit of a confidence booster as they head towards the end of the first half.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. Nix. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Nix. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Got to say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Chiefs.
Now Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And they
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
Now it's Mahomes again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Hitting Mayer here on the out route.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Kansas City.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
But they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Oh, that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Final shot before the half from Mahomes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Now he's free to midfield. How about this? Racing to the end zone.
And all the way home for the Broncos score. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
14, Chiefs.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Pacheco once again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. They go play fake. Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Xavier Worthy
From 13 yards out.
And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score. Broncos 14, Chiefs 7. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Nix from the shotgun.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be he stopped at the 46. Gain of 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 4. He doubled down. He wound up getting 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
55 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Mahomes now to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. Butker's kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing Nix.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
Bombers. Joe.
To throw, here's Nix.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
from the gun. He'll hand this off.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
That one goes for 30 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Chiefs 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well. If they
taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, his second touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for two. They'll send the tight end in motion.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And the Broncos are going to get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, huh?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
To throw is Nix.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Chad Ryland on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you.
He'll be backed up to start this drive.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Yellow. Fight on these two. Hey, dribble it. Yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. Caught by Mayer. He's got space past the 25. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes will throw. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Here's 2nd down.
Yellow.
Toss right side to Pacheco. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Mahomes to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now as to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for the Broncos, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
This speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. It's tight. Here we go. It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. It's tricky. 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 It's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right, on time. It's tricky. 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 I met this little girlie. Her hair was kind of curly. Went to her house and out. I had to leave real early. All they just say is, or spend some time and rock a rhyme. I said it's not that easy. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time, it's tricky. How is it, Dave? It's tricky. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time, it's tricky. Tricky. In New York, the people talking try to make us rhyme. They really hawk, but we just walk because we have no time. Don't mean nothing, they know who's inside. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time, it's tricky. How is it, G? Tricky. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time, it's tricky. Tricky, huh? When I wake up, people take up mostly all of my time. I'm not singing, phone keep ringing, cause I make up a rhyme. I'm not bragging, people nagging, cause they think I'm a star. Always tearing what I'm wearing, I think they're going too far. A girl named Carol follows Daryl every gig we play. Then dissed her and dismissed her, now she's shocking Jay. I ain't lying, girls be crying, cause I'm on TV. They even bother my poor father, cause he's down with me. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time, it's tricky. How is that? Tricky. It's tricky to rock around, that's right, on time, it's tricky. We don't use assume on your own. They offer and lots, but we just leave it alone. It's like that, y'all, but we don't quit. You keep on rock, shock, cause this is it.
What's happening? Hey, it's your boy Lil Jon. Pick your meat, click see everybody do this. Hey, let's go. Snap your fingers, do your step. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, do your step. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, then rock with it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Go drop with it. Do a step with it. Put your hips with it. All my ladies, let me see you put a twist with it. You can't do it like me. I'm by myself. I do it so good. I don't need nobody else. What's happening? What's up? Got that fired up. What's happening? What's up? Got that in my cup. I can't think. I'm too go. Don't know how the hell I'm getting home. Hey, snap your fingers, do your step. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, do your step. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, strike from the back, posted in the act. Got to hit the club, we've been mobbing all day. On some